It appears we are almost ready to depart. It's a pity we didn't have a bit more time.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure a year later
I presume you've been
Dumbledore
practicing the
comes in.
spells we worked on.
I have, Professor.
Well, I'm quite sure I've never seen anyone take so quickly to a second-hand wand. You'll be a force to be reckoned with when you get your own.
Thank you, Professor Fig. I appreciate you working with me.
Oh, Eleazar!
George, glad my rather cryptic description of our location did not thwart your finding us.
I've apparated to more than
Yeah,
different
I'm pretty. I
destinations
do
than this.
remember them saying something
Though
about
I
wanting to
confess I
do a
may have
part 2 for
miscalculated
Hogwarts
slightly
Legacy.
on my first try. Gave quite the fright to some theatregoers in the West End.
It's been
Yeah,
much too
you
long.
literally
When I
somehow
received
just come
morale, I
into
must
your
say
fifth
I-
year for them. Yeah.
Best not speak here, Eleazar.
Of course. Why don't we speak en route to Hogwarts? We have a start-of-term feast and a sorting ceremony to get to.
Yeah.
Wonderful idea. As long as your young
Yeah,
charge
the ancient
doesn't mind
magic
me
you have.
tagging along.
Not at all, sir.
After you.
A very late
Ages
bloomer.
since I'd been to the castle. Would be good to see the old pile of rocks.
And then somehow your bloodline being tied to ancient magic wielders. I hope it goes pretty damn well. Oh, that's gonna be so dope. No, I know, and I'm so glad they're taking their sweet ass time with it, because I want it to be good. Yeah, exactly. Pretty much. You're like, as long as you do it right.
Glad
I
I
don't
caught you before you left Scotland.
And the fact is
Just
that they
barely.
started so far back in the history of Hogwarts.
And who
was pretty
is
good.
your traveling companion?
It left a clean
new
slate to
student.
work with.
New?
Yes, sir. I'm starting school as a 5th year.
How extraordinary.
It is indeed. None of the faculty has ever heard of anyone being admitted to Hogwarts so late.
Nor have I.
Of course, as the other fifth years will have been honing their
Yeah.
magical skills for 4 years now, the headmaster asked if I could get our new student up to speed a bit before the term begins.
Well, you couldn't have asked for a better mentor. Professor Fig is not only an
Yeah,
exceptional
it didn't
he's
really
also
tie
a
into any of the
remarkably
books.
intuitive and gifted wizard.
Mr. Osric is prone to flattery. I dare say
Yeah,
it's
no,
one of
no,
the
I know.
reasons
That's
he's
what I'm
risen
saying.
so
Like, I
far
think they
to
went back to it
mastery.
because one, it gives more leeway, and two, it's not tied to any of the
Have
current
you
books.
seen this?
So it gives much more leeway to do
have.
things.
Opinions differ as to how great a threat Ranrock really is.
Although I've yet to convince my colleagues at the Ministry, I believe he is a significant threat.
Oh, back when
it
he's
was your wife,
Riddle, when he's Tom
Eleazar,
Riddle.
Who alerted me to his activities months ago.
Miriam? How?
She wrote to me about Ranrock before she died, wondering what the Ministry knew about his activities.
Yeah.
Before I could respond, I received this. It was the last thing she sent me, Eleazar. It came to me via her owl, but with no correspondence. I can only assume
That she had to get rid of it quickly to keep it safe.
presumably from Ranrock. I cannot open it. Whatever magic protects this is powerful indeed.
It looks like goblin metal. That symbol.
What's that glow?
I don't see a glow.
Nor do I. Merlin's beard. How did you...
Wait! We do not know.
Oh no! No, no, that man did not deserve that. and just got destroyed by a black dragon. Oh, and now I can see those now. Yep, close encounter. Yeah, you can only see them when you have a close encounter with death. A black dragon is definitely death.
The key! Give me your hand! Are you all right? You're hurt.
Perhaps a bit.
Take this. It's Wiggenweld potion. That stuff will right you in a second.
Just slurp that shit like it's candy, bro.
What happened?
Poor George. I can't believe he...
George.
What the hell got into that damn thing? Attacking a carriage mid-air? A typical dragon would never...
Professor? Sir, where are we?
I'm not sure. But that key you discovered was clearly a port key.
Port key?
An item enchanted to bring whoever touches it to a specific place.
I'm feeling better, sir, if you'd like to look around a bit.
I would. But stay close. We've no idea who created this port key. Or why.
Alright, now just letting everybody know. This game is on low settings. Sadly, my rig can not support the huge graphic demand. Bro, I will. If you can, I'll do it for you. I need your boots, your clothes, and your motorcycle.
How far did that port key take us?
Farther
The
from
first
London than
dude
the
he
carriage
sees.
traveled. We're somewhere in the Scottish Highlands.
Sir, those ruins. Do you
The
think...
port key was meant to lead us there? I do. This has not been the day either of us expected. But Miriam sent that port key to George for a reason. And I believe that she, and now George, died in pursuit of whatever it was meant to lead to. If you're sure you're all
I need
right
clothes.
and wouldn't mind
And I need them now.
indulging me, I'd like to have a look around.
Absolutely, sir.
Good. Let's see if we can find a path, however faded it may be.
What's this? Professor Fig!
Yeah.
How odd. Why would someone have conjured that enchanted stone here?
And how is there a room behind it?
What room? I don't see anything.
There's that glow again, like the glow on the port key container.
What in Merlin's name?
Yeah.
Godric's heart.
Where are we?
I don't believe it.
Hello?
Yeah.
It can't be.
Man, let me skip. Let me just. Yep. Just skip it
Here
to the
we
point
are.
where we are here.
When was the last time?
Alright.
Stationed at my desk for hundreds of years. In that time, no one has visited Vault 12 until today.
Yeah, better get this chest because there ain't no way of coming back.
Vault 12.
Thank you for your help.
What do you suppose we should be looking for?
I'm not sure. Sir, I wonder if you
The
might...
instructions for Vault 12 indicate that I am to grant access to the holder of the key and then close the door.
Wait.
That's some shit right there.
Revelio.
Yeah.
There you are. How did you... What is this place?
I don't know. But I found this floating above that basin.
That is no mere basin. That is a pensive for viewing memories. I wonder... Follow my lead.
I think so at some point, yeah. Yeah.
All is in place.
The portkey is well hidden.
Perhaps too well. I wonder if the path we've created...
May be impossible to follow. It will only be impossible for one who cannot see traces of ancient magic as I can.
Your ability to see what others cannot will not be enough, Percival. We are entrusting the one who embarks on this path with powerful secrets, with knowledge others will do anything to obtain.
Yes, and if we are correct, Charles, the witch or wizard who completes the trials will have proven themselves worthy of that knowledge, and the responsibility that accompanies it.
We've done all that we can.
That's what you're seeing. The glow that surrounded them.
Yes, sir.
Astonishing.
Can I see magic?
Traces of an ancient magic, to be precise. The magic that Miriam had always believed existed, but could never. Miriam, and perhaps George, died in pursuit of knowledge that has been dormant for centuries. And you, it seems, are the key to understanding why. We were...
It all looks rather different than it did a moment ago.
Someone's coming.
Who were they?
I don't know. But, sir, you shouldn't be in here.
I was right.
Ranrock.
Seems my reputation precedes me. I was beginning to think no one was ever going to visit Rackham's Vault.
And why are you here?
No need for that. Just give me whatever it is you found here and we can let bygones be bygones.
Sir, they had the key to the vault.
Choose your next words wisely.
I only meant that the instructions to Vault 12 were quite clear. Sir, I must insist. I was to grant access only to one with the key, and you didn't have it.
And he's dead.
I have no patience for traitors. Now, where were we?
I'm not giving you anything.
Well, perhaps your young friend here will be more helpful.
Are you all right?
Fine, sir.
I've never seen so powerful a goblin. He seemed wholly unaffected by my magic.
Where are we?
Damn.
It can't be. It seems
We're gonna have to
set up
take
the
Professor Fig.
pieces,
This
the
you-
locket and the path to both wanted someone with your ability to end up here.
You didn't hate him strong enough, big man.
We have a sorting ceremony to get to.
Your fucking levels of hatred were not at Vader yet. It's like a Spaceballs thing. It's just like I was your father's cousin's last roommate in college. So what does that make us? Absolutely fucking nothing.
Oh, good. We haven't missed the sorting ceremony. I'm no expert, but that seems more appropriate. Now, I need to study this locket as soon as I can, but first I must contact the Ministry. They need to
Of
know...
course, sir.
Thank you.
Magic was
Ready for the
much
sorting
stronger
ceremony?
back then, yeah.
Phineas, Nigellus, Black. Prepare yourself to meet.
Professor Weasley! We've one more to be sorted.
Yeah.
Welcome. You're just in time. Have a seat.
Yeah, these, like, the Weasleys are an actual pure-blooded family. He has a lot of children.
Ah, yes. A bit older than the others, aren't you? You come here with preferences and preconceptions. Certain expectations.
I'm looking forward to meeting my professors and learning all I can at Hogwarts.
Indeed. Hogwarts has much to offer a dedicated student. And what you learn in class will prepare you for challenges outside the classroom as well. Interesting. You've recently learned that you possess a rare ability. I detect a growing sense of ambition, an eagerness for power. Perhaps you belong in Slytherin. You belong in Slytherin!
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, and one more thing. Due to the unfortunate injury on the pitch in last spring's final, this year's Quidditch season has been cancelled.
He's always had a thing against
It's
the
quite
fucking
uncommon for a
Quidditch.
student to begin as a 5th year. It may be a bit of a challenge, but one I'm
Phineas,
sure
I don't know
you're
why.
up for.
I can be quite resourceful.
I suspected as much. This is the entrance to the Slytherin common room. In order to enter, one must simply...
No, I know, like a way of canceling it. But the thing is, though, it's also annoying because that particular headmaster Phineas hates Quidditch for some reason. Like he has something
Looks
against
like everyone's
Quidditch.
gone. Better head to the common room.
Probably. He never got good. Probably. He was one of those type of people who preferred the pure bloodline for most students.
I suppose some introductions.
He was much more like Malthazar. Like he wanted nothing but pure-blooded students to be attending Hogwarts instead of the everything in between.
Can I help you? Oh, you're the new 5th year.
Thank you.
Not everyone has a ministry.
He was a friend of Professor Fig's who maybe joined us for the ride.
Still, dreadful way.
No, I'm not saying all of them, but a lot of them are.
It was dreadful, certainly, but quite an experience nonetheless.
Interesting perspective. How did you and Fig manage to escape?
It's all still a bit of a blur, to be honest.
Didn't mean to press. You just get yourself settled. We can talk more later.
Yeah.
It was nice meeting you, Sebastian. I'll let you get back to your book.
Nice meeting you too. Good luck today.
Yeah. I will say this, I love the Slytherin Common House.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Like it's the only house that's literally underwater.
Ugh, not going to move there, are you?
Here, watch this.
Don't say I didn't warn you. Checkmate. Told you.
Yeah, because it's in the fucking
You should've
one,
listened to me.
the entrance to even get into that common
I know
room
who
is
you are.
in the
You're the
kitchens.
new Slytherin, the one who
And it's
barged in with
extremely
Professor Fig
difficult
last night.
because I'm pretty sure
Interesting
they tell
tactic
you
on your
you
first
get
day, taking all the
around,
attention
something
away from the
happens
first
if you get it
years.
wrong.
I'm Imelda, by the way. Shame I wasn't with you in Fig. I could have lured that dragon away. My skills on a broom are legendary.
Perhaps Professor Fig's friend?
Precisely. Speaking of...
Goodbye, Imelda.
Nice meeting you.
Yeah, she's like a dick right now, but like later when you start when you start putting her in her place, she starts getting better.
I think I heard one.
Doubt mermaids find us that interesting. Ah, based on all the chatter when you entered the common room, I'm guessing you're the new 5th year. I'm Ominous. Ominous Gaunt.
Nice to meet you, Ominous.
Well, you certainly had a memorable arrival.
Well, if I'm going to make my mark here, I had to start right away.
You're definitely in the right house. Do let me know if I can be of any help as you navigate your first days here, though I doubt you'll need it.
Thank you, Ominous. Very nice to meet you.
Pleasure was all mine. Don't be a stranger.
It's also kind of funny what you
It's the new
learn
fifth
by
year Slytherin in
playing
here.
this game when you're
Professor
interacting with
Weasley's
certain
waiting for you
characters,
just
like
by the
Ominous's
stairs.
family being as screwed up as they are. Yeah, because his whole family was into using the Cruciatus curse. He is a direct bloodline to Salazar.
Good morning.
Anything
I
to
trust
do
you're
with the
ready for your
dark arts,
first
he
day at
hates it.
Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long...
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at
Yeah.
Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a fifth year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
Yeah. And not only that, but he was also his fucking
Yes,
family
your
literally
ordinary
casted the
visiting level
Cruciatus
exams.
curse on him too.
They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success. Here you are.
I will say this, I like how the Slytherin house reveals itself, you know, the front door.
Ah, good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall. And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall.
I adore the hustle and bustle of Central Hall.
You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall.
Hey, you!
Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive. Our King's Cross station, so to speak. That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
Yeah. I even lost my pet. Homie got snacked on by a black dragon.
What will I learn in Charms class?
Exactly what you might expect. Spells, charms, jinxes, all terribly useful. I think you will enjoy Professor Ronan. He's a clever and entertaining wizard, and a talented teacher.
Can you tell me more about the Defense Against the Dark Arts class?
Defense Against the Dark Arts, as the name implies, focuses on how to defend oneself against the evils that lurk beyond these walls. A mastery of Defense Against the Dark Arts is required for those who aspire to become auras. Fortunately, we are lucky to have the ever-gifted Professor Hecat in charge of our students' education in that regard.
Yeah.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the
Gregory
story
died.
than a search for belongings and an extended trip
Violently.
up to the past.
I'm sorry, Professor, but I'm afraid that's all there is to it.
Almost precisely what Professor
Gregory.
Fig said.
How the fuck did you get up
Speak
there?
of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guides?
Yeah, let me just fly up to a black dragon and go, yo, hands.
Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find
Well,
me
then you're
in my
about to see a
classroom
lot
after
of
you've
fucking
attended
movement
both
across
classes
that map.
today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you masterfully evade Professor Weasley's interrogation regarding our late arrival?
I did try to evade her questions, though I feel a little deceptive. That said, I'm fairly certain she suspects that we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look. The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
From their dormitory, you think they were sleeping next to mandrakes?
It's like every single person that is meant to be talked to or something, or has some sort of point in the storyline, has their name, while the others are just student of that house. Like Ravenclaw, Hufflepuff.
Behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work. But I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms?
Panam's the only one that says in that
Anyone?
ending where you give him the body where I'm gonna find you.
I
And
am
I'm gonna bring
afraid
him
it is
back.
too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, You all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another.
Yeah.
Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
Accio!
That is not bad.
You are a
I think more or less
learner.
the disc has to forcibly take
potential
over
is
the
nothing
body
without
for his
practice.
construct to be able to swap.
Keep at it. You might just
But the
have a
thing is,
real
though, is like
idea.
once
Very good,
the
everyone. That's enough of
engram
that.
completely takes over
Well,
that
as you all
mind,
seem to
that
have the
mind is
basics
now
down,
his.
and it
It's
is
no
an
longer the other
exceptionally lovely
person's.
day. I was thinking
So swapping body is
I'd
fine,
have
but the
ourselves
brain
a
is
little
still the
excursion
same. He
outside for a
has
spot of
his
fresh air. After
in
me.
that ending.
I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right?
Pretty much.
So why don't we have our newest student start us off? Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Well done back there. You took the loss in stride. Didn't want to go too easy on you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Wagadu just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
Well, it's been nice talking and competing with you.
And with you. I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Yeah.
Of course, you can use Accio on humans, if you're so inclined.
Well, you'd be using it on clothing, to be precise, Sebastian. You know it won't work on humans.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? Miss Onai is a talented witch. Take it in stride. One often gains the most from the battles one has lost.
Of course, Professor. It was a challenging match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
Your hand actually reacted. That goes to show you what was happening.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
that all you've got?
Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces on your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Levioso!
Now, let's try something a little larger.
Ominous being blind. He's like, where the fuck the table go?
Let us begin with the basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, a surprise. Good. Well done. Very good. But the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
Ready to get your fade ran by the big man?
Levioso, this can't be your first duel. Let's just say
If only all of my students were this adept.
Protego! Stupid Protego! Levioso!
Yeah.
I do enjoy a lively duel.
Stupid!
Use the basic cast when your opponent's guard is down.
Not really.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Slytherin.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments.
How unhinged he got,
That's enough spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
It was nothing but like rage for him, yeah.
Nice work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good
Yeah.
practice.
Practice? Felt more like I was dueling an expert. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
I've dueled enough. Consider yourself lucky I held back.
Huh, fair enough. You owe me an honest duel when you aren't. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Exclusive and unsanctioned. Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club, or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance. If you're interested. Till next time.
What about the room, Professor?
I was thinking the same thing, Deke. Perhaps you could help.
Oh, excuse, Deke.
Ah, there you are. I trust your first classes went well?
They did, Professor.
I heard as much from Professors Hecat and Ronan. Seems Professor Fig taught you quite a bit before you arrived. I'd wager there's a good deal more to your travels here than what you've told me. Isn't there?
Have you and Professor Fig not discussed my training?
He continues to be reticent about the details, mentioning only a few spells. Revelio, was it? And Lumos?
That's correct, Professor.
I see. Like trying to get a sonnet from a streeler. Regardless, you must continue to build upon what you've learned. In that regard, I've asked your professors to help hasten your progress with some extra assignments.
Professor Ronan did mention something about that.
In fact, Professor Ronan will meet you outside momentarily to assign your first one. Now, regarding the trip to Hogsmeade I mentioned earlier, we've arranged to replace the supplies lost on your way here, including seeds, potion recipes, and spellcrafts.
Thank you, Professor.
And Mr. Ollivander will connect you with the perfect wand. You've managed your classes well with a borrowed wand, but you'll find the magic you cast with your own wand to be far superior.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Very well. I'd like you to make your first visit to the village with a classmate. Help you get your bearings. Perhaps Sebastian Sallow or Natsai Onai. I've noticed you spending time with them.
I'd like to go with Natty.
Excellent choice. Miss Onai is one of our most talented students. And she knows the area. She'll keep you well clear of any of Victor Rookwood's undesirables en route.
Rookwood?
A rather unsavory local. Best to avoid him and his associates, including his right hand of sorts, Theophilus Harlow, if you can. Once you've finished Professor Ronan's assignment, your friend will meet you at the castle doors. No time to waste. The sooner you complete your work, the sooner you can enjoy a butterbeer at the Three Broomsticks.